This episode of the Boss Rush Podcast is brought to you by, well, you. If you want to learn how to support the Boss Rush family of podcasts, head to bossrush.net or our Patreon at patreon.com/bossrushmedia. Thanks for helping us build something better. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Boss Rush Podcast, a great place to play games and be better. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Deering, and alongside me, as always, is the PC Muscle Race himself, LeRon Dawkins.
What's poppin'?
No sleeves today, LeRon.
Yep, I decided to make Stephanie's day.
Yay!
Proud of you. I'm still wearing sleeves. I'm sorry. Also joining us is the mad pharmacist herself, Stephanie Klimov.
Joined by my cat Paxel because she heard we were talking about animals today.
Yes, Paxel's here as well. It's gonna be a good show. I feel it. I feel good, Stephanie. You know why?
Why?
Because you brought us a great guest. Tell us who our guests are, Stephanie.
What? You're gonna put me on the spot last minute like that?
Yes, I am.
Oh my
Surprise!
gosh. Okay, well, we have the creators of a fantastic game about a Corgi that I met and got to demo at PAX East this year. I have Johnson Doe and Dan Scalis from Scalisco Games, correct? Yes, I get that right?
Yes.
Yay!
Yay.
Welcome!
You did it.
Welcome.
I hate you, Corey.
Welcome. I know. That's fine. You'll get over it. You'll get over it.
Thanks
It's
so
fine.
much for
So much
inviting us.
love. So much love.
Yes, I've hit as many booths when I was at PAX East, but I had a couple like higher up on my list, and this one was it. I should have made an appointment because man, your booth was busy. I think I was able to finally find time to talk to you guys like on Sunday afternoon or something like that.
It's because everybody likes corgis. Who
Mm.
doesn't
Yeah.
like a corgi?
Yeah,
You know?
apparently.
And if you're going on a cozy hike with a corgi, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'll be right
Oh
back.
no! LeRon's going away. He's getting the dog. He's
Uh-oh.
getting the dog. He's bringing his own animal.
Uh-oh.
Great.
So while he's going, to get his dog. Why don't you tell us a little bit about you and how you got started developing the game? Like, I want to know about this game because I wasn't at PAX.
He was
because
supposed to, but then he got the Rona.
it
Oh.
was no good. So yeah, tell us about the game.
Well, yeah. So I'm the developer. He's the artist, and we just started working on it a few months ago, and we just we made a couple mobile games in the past, and our mission is to like make games that donate to animal shelters, and so that's kind of what we've always been doing. And from our mobile games, we've been able to donate over $15,000 so far.
Wow,
Isn't that amazing?
that's
Oh, yeah,
amazing.
thanks.
I thought you were gonna
Yeah.
stop at 1,500, and I was like, wow, that's a lot. 15,000. Wow.
Yeah.
incredible.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to like jump off for a second. I had to go kidnap somebody.
Oh my gosh.
Surprise!
Oh my. This is a surprise.
Hi,
Oh yeah. Oh, I woke her up from her
Oh,
nap.
Oh, but she still loves
Aw.
you. What's her
Say
name?
hello. Say hello, Coco.
Oh, hi, Coco.
Coco.
A
Hi.
3-month-old Merle Corgi.
Oh, I didn't even realize she was part
Adorable.
Corgi.
Yeah. Look
Oh
at
my
look at the
God.
spots.
Look at all the
patches.
colors. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, with the little blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry I woke
months.
you up.
Oh,
Can I see the ears
Aw.
though? Let me see the ears.
Oh my
Big
god.
ears.
Wow.
Corey, maybe
I'll
I've been
take-
playing too much Zelda, but her ears look like the Zonai ears.
I know.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm so pathetic. Anyway,
I'll take you back downstairs in a moment.
maybe Coco can do some promo for this game closer to its release.
Nah, she does not know how to sit still for a camera.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
fine.
no.
We don't need Coco to sit still.
Coco needs to be Coco.
Run, Coco,
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hike.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, now that we were blessed by pretty much
Coco.
a puppy, Coco. So yeah, keep going. So you
Yeah.
wanted to develop a game and do some good while at it, correct? And you donated
Yeah.
$15,000 so far.
That's
Yep,
amazing.
from our mobile games.
Well, yeah.
And
Yeah. And we're hoping to do the same with this new game that we're gonna be releasing.
yeah, and
That's
so we started a Corgi's Cozy Hike just a few months ago. And I always wanted to make bigger games. And but this is still going to be just a bite-sized 3D platformer adventure, kind of like a short hike, and older 3D platformers like Banjo-Kazooie or Spyro.
hmm
And we really want to focus on the non-violence of it and have good values. I want to have like a little narrative in it that teaches people how to love and live like a dog. Just nice and unconditional love and enjoying the little things in life and not getting all caught up in that human stress.
You nailed it right on the head because I know a lot of us as we get older, especially when I talk to like older folks. Like I knew a pharmacist because I'm a pharmacist who has dogs and he goes, "I don't like people. I just like dogs." but I guess it's
Yeah.
just the point of saying like they are really representative of, they show unconditional love. No offense, Paxel, I know you love me.
not true.
And that it's just like, wow, why can't we kind of reflect those values more often? They're really just pure souls, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There's a
agree.
little stinker right here. Like her sister was riding shotgun on me last night on Crossroads.
Aww.
Aw. You have
Right.
two of them?
Yeah.
What?
Jack Russell and a corgi.
Oh.
Wow.
It's not me though. Like these are my roommate's dogs.
I think the
Mm.
I just
picture
have-
you shared the other day via text was the other dog, right?
Yeah, that was Ellie.
Aw.
So tell me, how was the leap from creating a mobile game to a console PC type game? Even though, like you said, it's still a little bit bite sized, but is it much different with how that's developed?
Well, development wise, I'm glad we worked on the mobile games first. It really taught us a lot.
Oh yeah.
But like this seems a lot easier to make actually because we don't need to worry about like supporting the low end hardware as much.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's easy like during game development to like go all out on like graphics. Like if you know some things about like 3D modeling and stuff, like I feel like it's easy to go like add way more polygons than needed or add big textures with high quality like graphics and stuff. And thanks to like our mobile experience, we know how to like optimize the games more, and like yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, as the artist, Johnson, it must be a lot more fun, maybe, to be able to create for a 3D game, so to speak, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it's both. It's both
Nice.
very frustrating and
Oh.
very enjoying. Yeah, because like as like a visual person, I always see things that are like wrong
Mhm.
with the visuals, but it's also enjoying because I get to like make things happen
Mhm.
like visually.
What engine are you guys using?
We use Unity.
Okay.
Yeah, and we use a Blender to create the 3D models. And I just learned like 3D modeling last year.
Yeah, for our second game, Rock Miner.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
like rigging, animating, modeling, everything. Because like most of my art career has been like in 2D, and like I'm 30 now, and like yeah, it was a big step for me mentally.
Yeah. It's going from 2D to 3D. That's like, I don't know. I as someone who as
Yeah,
someone
you're
who
an art major, right, Corey?
as somebody who was an art major, like going even like not even with Blender or animation or anything, just going from like 2D to 3D is like a big
yeah.
challenge, right? And
Oh,
trying
yeah,
to
it
visualize, because like
Yeah.
you could draw a corgi on a piece of paper and be like, here's corgi, but then you have to visualize it in 3D space.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously corgis are real and you could probably just like walk around and take a bunch of pictures and kind of model it that way, right? But or if you're super fancy, probably scan a dog in at some point and get them to sit down. But man,
that would be nice one day.
and rigging an animation for a dog, that's probably hard too.
Oh yeah, it was like so hard, like learning all these like new terminologies, knowing like what to search up on Google if like I don't understand a single thing. I was like, this is crazy. Why am I doing 3D modeling? I never wanted to do this, but here I am. And now I enjoy it after understanding it.
Did you ever get to a point where you thought maybe 3D modeling was too hard and you would just revert back to a 2D platformer at all?
Yes. Yeah. Well, personally for me, yeah. But like we still needed to do 3D regardless of how frustrated I was.
Yeah.
And from a development standpoint, like Rescue Pets was in 2D.
Yeah.
And then we moved over to Rock Miner, and I felt like development was really coming along fast.
Oh yeah.
And I think Unity is just more set up to allow 3D to move faster, and so 2D, especially on mobile, is pretty hard to pull off, actually.
Yeah, we got like very frustrated with 2D because our first mobile game was 2D, and like every time we needed like a new angle, we have to draw that. And like with 3D modeling, you just make the model once, and then you can rotate it however many times you want, and that's so appealing to us, and that's why like we made the huge jump into 3D.
Yeah, and then
I remember when Mega Man 11 was announced, that was like a lot of people were saying, well, why didn't you make this a pixel game or a 2D game instead of like the term 2.5D or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when Bloodstain came out, there was that conversation happening again, and it's like, well, it's cheaper and it's easier, like to render a 3D model and just turn it the way you need it to go, even though it's a 2D game, Yeah. So that's cool.
Especially on mobile. Like the images for like Rescue Pets are just so big that you can only have so many loaded in memory at once for those older phones.
Yeah. So
go ahead,
Steph.
Oh, well, because I'm just pulling it up again. I have another question for you, Johnson, since we're just talking about visual and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, tell me about like what made you go with this type of art style, because it's what caught my eyes that it's so bright. I love it. It's bright and cheery. And correct me if I'm not the art major, so I might be using the wrong terminology, but it seems like very cell shaded type graphics, right?
Yeah. That's exactly what we're going for. Like cell toony looking graphics,
like Wind Waker-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made me think of that. Do you feel like that was more in theme with the game?
And I wanted to have like a more saturated colors. I feel like a lot of cozy games tend to be more muted and stuff, but I always like colors. I want it to be present and to be a very colorful experience.
Yeah, lots of games tend to be like pastel, especially in the genre that we're in.
Yeah. All right. That's what I love it.
Yeah, and I just love bright, colors, contrasty colors, and that's always been my thing for the past decade. So, so some of my art language is slipping into these things.
Well, that's what kind of makes it stand out and unique, right? And I know this has nothing to do with actual video games, but like whether it's people's fashion, like a lot of people, especially women, like we like to wear little black dresses or like blacks, grays. And in games, like I said, cozy games are pastel because it is meant to be, relaxing or cozy. But no, let's go vibrant, happy.
Like in real life, like my art always always reflects who I am in real life too, because like when I'm not blonde, I have like neon green hair, I have like hot pink, red, or like I'm wearing like super colorful colors all the time. Even if people think like it doesn't match my skin tone, I'm like, I don't care, I'm gonna wear what I want. I like this color, and like that is always like going into my art too. And that's how we all have what I create.
Yeah, love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I know back to the game development side, I guess. So I know this game kind of revolves around a corgi, but it's a 3D platformer. What are your favorite 3D platformers, and are these the games that inspired you to make it? I mean, I don't know if you just was like, let's make a 3D platformer. We're just going to do what we want, but like, is there any inspiration like Spyro, Crash, Mario?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess first of all, I've always enjoyed Spyro,
Yeah.
and Banjo Kazooie is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
3D platformer.
They can stay. I like them.
Yeah.
My boyfriend would like this guy.
But yeah,
Watch
Spyro.
He speed runs Banjo on 64.
Really?
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow.
I side tangent. I just put I put my Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie complete inbox in protective cases this week.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Big
Hold on,
fan.
I'm gonna go get them.
Great.
Now he wants to show something off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like most of the inspiration for the game has been like through him because he plays more games than me.
Mhm.
I like play one or two types of games. I play Pokemon and like MOBA games,
Mhm.
like League of Legends or Pokemon Unite.
Got
So
it.
like most of it is from him.
Wow.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
So pristine, Corey.
Wow.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
So my Banjo Kazooie box is kind of bent in one of the corners, but my Banjo Tooie box, perfect.
Oof.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
I
Do you
also
have
put
the
my
games in
Ocarina.
there, or do you
Sure
only
do.
have the boxes there?
No, I have the games in there just because on Xbox I have Rare Replay, so if I want to play them,
Oh,
I'll just
yeah.
play them there.
Oh yeah,
So.
I did play it on Xbox
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
I know this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've decided to games that are available elsewhere and I have physical copies of. I've started to kind of buy these protective cases for them just to display.
Yeah.
I have a whole
Yeah.
stack of like GameCube and that DVD style box protective cases for my GameCube games once they, bring over the games that I want them to. Chop Chop, Wind
Yeah.
Waker, and
One
Twilight
day.
Princess.
One day.
Maybe it'll be kind of like now that Tears of the Kingdom's out, maybe that'll be next year as part of the
Yeah.
cycle before they create the next
Yeah.
new one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it's the only reason I have my Wii U hooked up.
Dream.
Yep. So, anyways, back to the 3D platform. Sorry, I got excited when you said Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah,
Please
good.
continue.
It's definitely probably my favorite game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for this, I always imagine like a corgi actually going around a world and flying around, and like Spyro does.
Mhm.
And so there was a lot of inspiration from Spyro too here,
Mhm.
just because Spyro can glide, and we give our corgi this magical cape that lets him fly through the environments.
It's gonna fly. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, it's ancient corgi superpowers.
Oh
that you can
no.
unlock.
Oh no!
I'm here.
So excited.
And he
So
can also
excited.
climb like Breath of the Wild.
What?
Um,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, and swim too.
Yeah,
There's
and
a
swim.
lot of features.
And there's no death.
Yeah.
It's just you
Wait,
go
there's,
around.
there's no
explore.
death?
Yeah.
No death.
Oh, so what? You just fail missions, but no death?
Nope. You can't fail. No
Oh,
failing.
you can't fail?
LeRon.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I don't even know if you can.
I mean, I've
really
got the
fail so
trailer
much,
on
yeah.
loop right now. Like once you guys started talking about it, I had the trailer on loop, and I've just been watching it. And every time I look at it, I spot something different in the trailer.
Yeah.
And so another like big inspiration, probably our biggest inspiration, is a short hike. That's kind of what gave us the belief, I guess, that we could even make this game, because the developer of A Short Hike has a wonderful GDC talk where he talked about how he made it, and from that I said, well, maybe we can actually do it. And so we just started out trying it out. I did a video every single day in December showing our progress of it, and there were the ups and downs, but altogether it came together pretty quickly, I'd say, and so we continued working on it, and that's where we are.
That was when Stephanie told me about this game, that was the first game I actually thought of was a short hike, and I thought at first I thought it was the same developer. I'm like, are they coming on? Is that a thing? But
Yeah.
I'm watching. Man, LeRon, now you got me watching the trailer. I have real, I'm getting real Wind Waker Banjo-Kazooie vibes in this thing.
Great.
I'm getting a little Sonic Adventure in here too. I don't know if that was intentional, but just the way, just because like the land mass looks like it's surrounded by water.
Yeah.
But, it's a cool looking game.
See, I know how to pick winners, Corey.
I know.
All right?
I know. Did I doubt you?
No, I just wanted to toot my own horn. I'm just tooting.
Yeah.
Is
And
it
so you
too
might wonder about this.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you might wonder about the story or narrative or anything.
Yeah. Tell us.
Well, it is open world, so you choose where to go and what to do. And we kind of have 2 or 3 main quests going on that you might try to reach the top of the mountain, and there's a lot of characters you meet along the way, and they're the ones you help teach how to love like a dog and enjoy those little moments in life. And a new feature we just announced is you can grow an animal shelter.
What?
So
Whoa,
there's little
cool.
dogs across the island that you can rescue, and whenever you find them, you bring them to this nice little animal sanctuary, and there you can give them little houses or little dog beds and stuff like that, and customize it just a little bit. You can recruit volunteers from across the island to help get new cosmetics for them and make their lives better.
That's adorable. I'm watching. Oh my gosh, the swimming animation is like super adorable. I just want to.
Yeah, my 3-year-old cousin would not stop laughing at the swimming animation. He was like swimming for an hour.
It's adorable. So what's the story? Why is this Corgi trapped on an island?
Oh, well, he went there on vacation to just take a break from all those stressful Corgi things,
like napping.
And exactly. And so, along the way, he can just do whatever he wants to do. This is one chance to just really kick back and relax if he wants, find a beach chair and, or a hammock and just take a load off. Or
Nice.
he can talk to people, meet people. And there's some little cats on the island that say he's too stubby to reach the top of the mountain. And so that's definitely one of the things that you might want to prove them wrong. Some mean cats. But there's one cat that we're excited to announce too when the Kickstarter starts. That's going to be one of his best friends.
Yes.
Look forward to that.
Is the cat going to be a co-op character? Is there co-op?
No, you won't be able to do co-op yet.
Oh,
but
yet.
One day maybe.
Yet. I heard that. Write that down. Yet.
Write that down. It's recorded.
So because it has these concepts of open world, relaxing, and you have a couple of objectives, no violence, no death. Is there technically like an end game, or is this kind of like, I don't know if sandbox is the right way to say it, where there isn't really like an end to the game? It's just they play till whenever they feel satisfied with playing, put it down and pick it up whenever.
There will be a ending sequence, but it's definitely not the end to the full story. Like you can always keep going, but
Okay.
there is somewhat of a there is an ending sequence you can reach by doing some of the other main quests. So yeah.
Very Assassin's Creed. I approve.
Yeah.
Last year I beat I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey and I got one of the endings, but there's like 3 main quests. It's the whole thing. Won't bore anybody with the details. What are these? So I'm watching demo gameplay here. What are the little heart shaped? Are they treats?
We are going to have treats, but they're not really treats yet. But you're talking about the Corgi butt power?
Oh, is that what those are? Okay.
Yeah, it's Corgi butt power.
Oh, because that's a tail. Okay, I see it now. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like your climbing stamina. You can unlock. They're like kind of like Jiggies currently. You can unlock them throughout the world. in the full game, there'll be different ways to find them. Like some of them will be from like helping NPCs. Some of them will be just found in secret hidden areas or doing puzzles. But the more you get, the more stamina you get. And so you got to get that Corgi butt power so you can climb up to the top.
I like it. I approve. Is there any, let's see, is there anything, are you going to have like different costumes for the Corgi, or different
yeah.
capes, I guess?
Definitely different capes and costumes. At least hats and capes for sure right now. But if you played Rescue Pets at all, you know that we love corgis and costumes. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see over here.
I see. Oh, a little bow tie. I see a little bow tie and a birthday hat, and is that a Sherlock Holmes Corgi in the corner or something?
Here, let me move the camera over just a bit.
There's a pirate Corgi. I'm in.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I was already in, but I'm in even more.
Yeah, and these are based off of anime, Spy Family and Demon Slayer.
I have a friend who's super into Demon Slayer. He would approve. Are you saying that there's a Corgi's Cozy Hike Demon Slayer crossover coming in the future?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Not yet. I heard it. Not yet.
Not yet.
TBD.
Yeah. Maybe if they get rid of the word Slayer.
Yeah, it's kind of not really our branding, maybe.
Cozy Demon. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really like the look of this game. I really like. Have you announced platforms yet?
Yeah,
I mean,
Steam for sure.
Yeah,
and we want to do Switch, but we're going to try to do a Kickstarter to get funded for it. So definitely pay attention to that.
do you want to tell us? Do you want to tell us about the Kickstarter? I mean, do you have anything to announce?
Sure.
Do it. I want to hear it.
The Kickstarter is coming real soon. You can go to our website at corgiscozyhike.com, and you can sign up to our email list to get more information and also get pictures of cute dogs as we rescue them through different shelters we work with. But yeah, our big goal for the Kickstarter is so that we can hire a musician and someone to do sound effects for us, since we're not skilled with that yet. And we also want to get on different consoles like Switch, but PS5 and Xbox are also our stretch goals. And another big thing that's important to us is localization. We want to be able to hire people to translate the game into a bunch of different languages, and so that's what the Kickstarter really helps us do, along with just finish it up and polish it and get it to the level that we deem acceptable to release. Right.
Man, so for some reason we had a Chase Bethia on a couple months ago.
I was
He's
just
a composer,
thinking of him. Oh.
And I could totally see him doing the soundtrack to this game. Like he's so great. Maybe I'll put you in touch with him. He's so great. He did he just did a game that just came out. Parrot.
Parrot. It began with a P, like an animal. Yeah, parrot something. Pirate parrot something.
And then he composed the game A Ground, which it's on Game Pass right now. He's great. Maybe we should do that. We should do that.
Yeah, we should link them up.
Yeah.
Look at that. We're like matchmakers, but
yeah. He also does sound design. So maybe you could.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's exactly the stuff we need.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a great guy. He's awesome. So yeah, we'll do that.
Oh,
Chase,
on the Peril of Parrots. Sorry,
yes,
that's
Peril
the
of
game.
Parrots.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
But
and so that's some of the main reasons why we're launching the Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And we have got great rewards with it too, like your dog in the game, and as an NPC for Corgster to interact with. Oh yeah, Corgster is what I call the Corgi in the game. You get to name him on yourself and also choose his coat color.
Mm.
But yeah, we also have physical merch. including our shirts and also the pin that I see Stephanie's wearing.
Look at guys. Here's a corgi in his butt.
Yeah.
No, you guys have really excellent merch.
Yeah. Maybe I'll contribute to immortalize my wife's cat that I so love very
No,
much.
that cat's a jerk.
I know, it's the worst.
Yeah, we do want to put some
no, but
cats in the game too.
We have
So
a decent amount of people in the boss rush kind of ethos that like to fund games on Kickstarter.
Mhm.
Not
great.
that like but I'm just saying, like, we have a community where we're very supportive of kickstarting indie games. So I'm really excited to kind of share this with them, and even if it's not for them, I know they're very good with sharing it with others.
Yeah.
I know I'm keeping an eye out for it, not just because I think the game is amazing. I love the cause. And man, I would love to see this on Switch. I would love to see. This is where I get a little bit too. I'm sorry. Like, this is where my imagination goes. Go to super rare games or limited run or whatever,
exactly.
and then put this adorable package together.
Yeah. I like play like handheld games mostly.
Yeah.
So like I would love to see on the Switch as well. And like even at PAX East, we had people say like, I don't like dogs, but I care about this, that you like make games and you help real animals. So like they're like, I'm on board. So like we get a lot of that too.
Yeah, it's great because it helps us, with our like bigger dreams of, helping even more shelters and helping cat shelters too, not just dog shelters.
Yeah.
And other charities too. So
yeah. So even though I can't imagine a person who doesn't like dogs, because gasp. I mean, I'm a cat person, but that doesn't mean I don't like dogs. I love dogs.
I know. Why didn't they just keep that to themselves?
I know. I'm like, you know what?
I don't like dogs.
Yeah. We're always surprised by that.
It's like, why'd you virtue signal?
Exactly. So for those out there who don't like dogs, if you fund them, then they'll be able to donate to other things that might not be for dogs. I don't know. Just go find them on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
It's been our dream for a while to work on a cat game and cat shelters too, because we have a lot of cat shelters lined up. It's just we need to, be able to get that far. So.
Oh my gosh.
You got to make a cat game first.
Yeah.
My gosh, if you do that.
Yeah.
Me and Pat.
And I love cats.
If Stephanie and Pat are going to buy stock.
LOL.
So what I just did in our Discord, I actually just created a where's the website? I actually just created a interesting Kickstarters channel under general gaming in our Discord, and I'm gonna post your Kickstarter in there.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, thank you so much.
Just because it's a great cause. I think the game looks fun. It's it's the least we can do, honestly. Besides have you on to talk about the game, but
which we do appreciate.
So much. Yeah,
this is probably my first ever podcast.
Really?
So this is very interesting to me.
Well, hope you're having fun, and we'd love to. I know you guys are probably super busy because now it's I wouldn't want to call it crunch time, so to speak, like getting your stuff together. But like anytime, either when it's closer to game launch or even post game launch, if you have an hour or two, come. We would love to have you again.
Yeah, really. We would like to, like. It would be awesome when their game comes to, like, when it starts launching either on Steam or right before launch, we could have them on as like a developer spotlight or something.
Yeah,
I think that'd be great.
We
great
would
idea.
love that.
Yeah, we'd love to.
Yeah.
Look at that. Added the game to my wish list on Steam.
Awesome.
I'll say it again because I was talking to Miro Studios, also from PAX. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but it's super important to wish list games on Steam because it actually affects
it does. It really
It does,
does. That's how like Steam chooses like which game to promote on their front pages and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
That's
see, there you
super
go. And how much does it cost to wish list an item on Steam? $0 much
It
dollars.
is absolutely free.
One click. Click the. I don't have a Steam, so I don't know what it is. But
well, then Corey, you're part of the problem.
I am here. I don't PC game. I'm sorry. So reach the. help them reach their Kickstarter goals so they can come to a platform that Corey likes.
Oh,
Yeah.
like
Switch
Game
or
Pass.
Xbox. No,
Game Pass.
no, but thank you for. Have you explored that option, by the way? Have you ever researched like going on Game Pass or PS Plus or anything like that?
I have a friend who was talking with Xbox about it, but they ended up not doing it. But we're not. I think we're still kind of early to
Mhm.
think about that.
I don't know. There's some.
I would say this.
It all depends.
Sony.
I wouldn't mind.
I will say this: Sony's kind of been going all in on indies for the past couple of years, especially after they got bad press saying that Sony doesn't care about indies, and the showcase and the PlayStation showcase that happened last week, like a giant block of it was nothing but indies.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
like Shuhei Yoshida and his indie initiative.
I also want to point out that there are a lot. Well, not to badmouth any developers or anything, but there are some games on Game Pass that I'm like, man, your game looks like it is leaps and bounds over them, and they are available on Game Pass. So just throwing that out there.
Oh my.
Well, thanks for that.
I want you guys to get the most out of your development. So I didn't, because sometimes like I've heard some interviews where some developers are really happy with the deal that Microsoft offered them, and then others are like, it was okay, I don't know if we would do it again type thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which is the professional way of saying it sucked, I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not sure. It all depends on the deal and how we're doing.
Yeah. That's like something that like a lot of people don't know about like game development. Like it's also a business too, and like sometimes you got to make the choice of like, is this good for the meantime or is it good for like the future,
The long
of the
term.
business?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the long term. Yeah.
well,
And every step matters, you know.
yeah. Well, the this is a story. I don't know if you guys have heard the game Blossom Tales or not. They just put out a sequel a couple months ago at this point. It's like a Link to the Past style
Okay.
top down Zelda ripoff type thing. It's a great game. I'm just trying to compare it to something. But they put it on Steam, and they were losing money by having it on Steam, and they ended up putting it on Switch, and they made enough money putting it on Switch to where they could fund the sequel. And then they ended up getting a publisher, and they ended, Team 17, I think. No, Playtonic ended up publishing it. So
yeah, it got pretty popular in the indie scene. I mean, to the point I think Limited Run is was providing like limited edition stuff, I think.
Yeah. So I'm really pulling for you. I hope your game does well. We're gonna try to push it and give you guys the boost that you need. It's great having you on, and great cause too. Really,
and I'm pretty sure Stephanie is waiting to review the game whenever.
I know. Look at her.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I got my Steam Deck. So as much as I hate saying that name out loud, I don't know why. Like Steam Deck, I have a Steam Deck.
You can just say deck.
I have the deck.
That's what the cool kids say, actually.
Yeah.
So I will be one way or another playing that on my beanbag with my Steam Deck and having fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Which is, like a more powerful version of a Switch.
Yes, but it's also like 3 times the weight. But it's okay.
I've seen the size.
I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'll probably be playing on either a Steam Deck or ROG Ally. I'm not sure which yet.
I know. I'm so torn. Not that I have like the money to get either. I'm just mentally I'm torn of like the Ally has a nicer screen, but the battery kind of
battery kind of blows chunks, but I'm like, you know what? That's exactly what one of those. That's exactly what an external battery's for.
Or if they go on PlayStation, you can play it on Project Q.
Oh no.
No, thanks.
I got in a Twitter argument about that thing today, and I was not
really.
Yeah.
Why did you do it?
Because it was the banter that went out on the website today.
Whose banter was it?
I don't remember.
It's mine. I'm pointing at myself, you ding dong.
I don't know.
Oh, you know what?
I have on Twitter.
was just
I have
about-
alerts. I have alerts for when Boss Rush Network tweets out, so I remember to retweet things.
No, I'm a Sony fan, but when I saw that, I'm like, seriously?
That's what I say every time Sony puts something out. Hey, just kidding. I like
Oh
Horizon.
my.
I like Horizon.
Anyway,
I love Horizon.
Wow,
Yeah.
the fanboy just dripped out, didn't it?
It did. I like to look. I'm forming the character of Xbox fanboy. Okay, so watch out.
That's hard.
I'm just kidding.
Look, man. Uncle Phil doesn't need any more help from you, dude. That does not.
Rip James Avery. Yeah. I'm gonna miss him.
Yeah. I mean,
Anyways,
hey, at least we saw Daddy Jim's face, like last week on the showcase.
No. Crying Jim Ryan. If you want to be a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushMedia and find out which tier is right for you. Our Patreon producers at the $5 tier or higher for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, and Rebecca Jewell. Thank you for your continued support. Corgi's Cozy Hike coming soon. Support their Kickstarter. It's great having you on. We're gonna move into the meat of the show, I suppose. And since you are our esteemed guests, why don't you tell us what you've been playing or doing besides developing a great video game?
Well, Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah. That's what I like to
Oh
hear.
no,
So we were in
we've been
Vietnam,
repeated last week.
You mean like the
LeRon?
last 3 weeks?
Oh yeah, I bet. We were in Vietnam when it came out,
Oh yeah.
and so I didn't get a chance to play it when it released.
Yeah, on day one.
On day
Aw.
one.
Man. Should have checked that schedule before you went over.
Oh, I know.
Staring at it.
I told
months.
somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you went to Vietnam. That's cool. What are you doing over there? I mean, what's over there, and what are you guys doing over there? I liked how I
Well,
asked that
wanted to
question 3 times.
I wanted to reconnect with my culture because I've never been to Asia. So I was like, oh, let's go. Yeah. And it was very fun. We went across the whole entire country.
oh wow.
Like,
Wow.
it's apparently it was
It's huge.
I always thought Vietnam was like small,
Mhm.
but like it's actually like from New York to Florida or something.
What?
Yo,
whole country is.
No.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a 30-hour drive.
On the
Whoa.
map, it looks small.
I know.
Yeah.
It's because close to the equator, it shrinks everything.
Wow.
Oh.
So,
So I was so
Maps.
surprised.
how was getting around Vietnam?
They have like an Uber equivalent called Grab, and like that was a lifesaver because like nobody talks about it online. They're like, "Oh, you get a personal driver," or they have this thing called Grab, and I'm like, you need to emphasize on the Grab part because that's literally how we got around Vietnam. Just
Uh-huh.
use Grab, and it's just like a few dollars to get like far.
Yeah, it's so cheap.
It is so cheap. Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Like
Yeah.
I know the size of the country is completely different, but it was kind of
Yeah.
my experience when I did it was a little bit more of a family thing trip to Taiwan, where my
Uh-huh.
mom was born and raised. So we kind of reconnected in that way, and we did a tour of Taiwan. But obviously, Taiwan's like
Okay.
this big compared to Vietnam. It's like this tiny little island, but
Oh yeah.
we like rented not rented, like a bus, and we drove around, got to
Oh my goodness.
hit up a couple sites and eat a lot of delicious food. So what were some of the highlights while you were over there?
Well, my favorite dish we had was probably Vietnamese pancakes in
Yeah.
Hanoi. That was
Ooh.
really good.
Yeah.
Wait,
The
Vietnamese
server-
pancakes?
Yeah.
They're
What
like
is this?
crispy. They've got like meat in them.
Yeah, it's like yellow. It has like
The crepes.
pork
Oh my god.
belly and like there's shrimp.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh my god. Like my roommate, my roommate's mom makes that, and I
Yeah.
pig the fuck out.
I
I pig the fuck out.
LOL. and
Well, I
like
always try to make sure it's healthy though, because I always like wrap it in lettuce.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is like so like most of the Vietnamese dishes in like America are like from the southern region, and like in the northern region they have like a specific ways to eat, like popular Vietnamese dishes. Like for that pancake thing, they wrap it instead of like lettuce, they use like rice paper.
I've done that too.
And I'm like, I was so mind blown because like my family is from the south, and like also like in the north they eat pho with like Chinese donuts. They just dip it in the soup, and I'm like, this is so weird. They don't do like basils or bean sprouts. Like that's not their thing at all. And I was like so shocked.
I gotta try that. Because I always have it with the basil and all the vegetables and all that stuff. And like people look at me like I'm crazy when I go to like a pho restaurant and I actually order bok choy with it and stuff like that. And they're like,
"Oh my gosh,
what are you doing?" I'm like, no. This thing elevates the more vegetables you put in it.
It elevates. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I think one of the most like I guess the really incredible things about like Vietnam is like the sceneries, and we were able to see a lot of it, and like the nature parts too. And like the architecture was very inspiring because Vietnam has been like invaded or colonized by the French and Chinese for so many times, or like for the longest times. A lot of the architecture is just like French or Chinese, and nothing is uniquely like Vietnamese. And it's like very crazy to me.
Yeah, it was very inspirational.
Yeah, like all our Airbnbs are either like French or Chinese inspired buildings.
I see. Okay.
So strange. Yeah.
That's kind of a cool, strange mix of cultures, though.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, like a lot of the extended Vietnamese cuisine is actually more inspired by the French, even though it's definitely got the Asian flair and pizzazz to it. But a lot of it has like that kind of like that French feel to it.
Yeah.
See, you're talking food to a foodie, so
I know. I'm really hungry now. I'm like
really hungry.
I don't know what a Chinese donut is, but it sounds very good.
Yo, you have had. I know you've had a Chinese donut.
What is it?
Have you ever gone to a buffet and got a little basically like donut holes, except a little bit bigger?
Oh well, you could have just said they were giant donut holes, LeRon.
That's pretty. But they're so pillowy. Like it's weird to describe it because the way they fry it.
It sounds almost like a beignet, almost.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like beignets, a little powdered sugar, and you dip it in chocolate.
Yeah.
Yep.
And chocolate.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, I think Taiwanese people do that too, and then they also dip the Chinese donuts into like condensed milk, and it's like a dessert thing.
Oh yeah, you know what? Like I got my mind blown with the whole condensed milk thing because I always thought condensed milk was just something you use to cook with, but I did not know it becomes its own like side for a dessert.
Yeah, it is, and like Vietnamese people love to put it in their coffees. My gosh, I was so shocked that there's no boba places in Vietnam. Boba is not a thing in Vietnam. It's just coffee shops everywhere.
Interesting.
And they serve coffee like past 10 p.m.
Isn't boba like is boba the Vietnamese thing or a Korean thing?
It's like a Chinese thing.
Oh,
okay. I think it's Taiwanese. Yeah, Taiwanese is like big on desserts and dessert drinks.
Yeah,
and
excuse my
I was so
ways.
Oh, I was so shocked. I was like, no boba. I came to Asia for boba. Where is that?
Yeah, there was just a couple of places.
Yeah, there was like one or two. And like we were in like major cities. So like you would think there would be more, but it was mostly coffee, which makes sense because French colonization. Yeah.
Now I gotta take my ass to fucking Kung Fu Tea tomorrow.
Oh no. Oh man, man, I wish, man, I just feel like if I go anywhere outside of the United States, I would stick out like a sore thumb. I am a large 6'5"
Oh wow.
white person, and I just feel like everybody would be afraid of me. I don't know. I'm just
Oh my.
I mean, they might
No,
stare, but that's just what
Yeah.
we do. We just like to stare.
Look
Yeah.
at this guy.
Yeah.
This is why I hide in my office 6 out of the 7 days a week.
Corey,
LOL.
it happens
It's
a lot.
fine.
Like when I was in China, I remember this one instance where I was just outside admiring whatever, and this lovely elderly Chinese man walked up to me. He was just staring at me. I think he was confused because he couldn't quite make out, like, she's looks like a white person but not fully white, but what is she? Is she like a hybrid? And then when I spoke to him in Chinese, I swear I thought he was going to get a heart attack. He was not expecting that. And then
You should have told him you were off white.
Oh my goodness.
I joked to him I was a mutt, but I think the joke
Mm.
kind of went over his head. So
It went
Oh
right
my
over his head.
goodness.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, at least, man, I feel like I'm from my family is from Tennessee, so like, I don't know. It's just more. I don't know. I live in Ohio, so like, it's just more racist
It's
white
more
people,
white.
I guess.
Yeah, especially Ohio.
yeah, it's like, oh well, their food is spicier. Still
Yeah.
racist. Oh,
So you don't
yeah.
know like your like long lost heritage?
I mean, so I don't really know my mom's side, but my dad is all he's all white, so it's like English, Scottish, German.
Oh my goodness.
You know, like
Yeah.
the white section of the planet. You know, that's he's very his grandparents were from Wales, I think. So like,
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
yeah.
It's
Oh, I bet
very
you can
white.
rock a kilt.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to see that, LeRon. It might be
Oh my
scary. These tree trunk legs, man, they'll fill it out, I guess.
Oh my goodness.
It's fine. I have nothing to hide. Okay.
Then why aren't you wearing a kilt?
How do you know? You can't see me from here down.
Uh-oh.
He's
You're
been
not
wearing
wearing
it this
one.
whole time.
You're right, I'm
You're
not.
not wearing one.
You're not. I'm not. You're right. You missed it, Stephanie. We were talking about me wearing a kilt because my heritage is very
Very
European.
Welsh.
Yeah. So well, that's cool.
Are there pictures?
What?
Are there pictures of you in a kilt somewhere?
No.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
What a missed opportunity.
Oh man. Don't
Hey,
worry.
sign up for our
Corey's up.
Patreon, and I will guarantee
Yeah.
you a photo of Corey in a kilt.
Oh my
Corey's
gosh.
always laying it down.
If we reach 50 patrons, I will wear a kilt on a show.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
He said
With
it.
the
He
bagpipe.
said it.
Yeah.
Just don't play the bagpipe. Just don't do that.
I don't know the first thing about bagpipes, so
Don't try.
don't worry. You're it's not happening, so it's fine. It's all good. Anyways, games. Playing games. Tears of the Kingdom. Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
He's been playing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
What-
done 2 dungeons so far.
Nice.
Ooh.
What 2 have you played?
Yeah.
Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
I went in that order too.
Oh, the fire dungeon's so good.
Isn't it? It's
Oh
like my
goodness,
favorite.
I love it.
Oh,
I
it's
love
so
it.
good. I did it first, and then I went to the Wind Temple. I'm like, this is very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked going up to the Wind Temple.
Yeah, that was cool.
But man, the Fire Temple just blew me away the whole time. It felt like an old school Zelda dungeon.
It totally did.
And just
Oh, it
like
was so good.
everything about it was great because you get to dive into the center of a volcano. I mean, that's
Oh.
pretty awesome. And yeah, well, I don't want to bore LeRon
Yeah.
to death. But and like in Breath of the Wild, like Yunobo was kind of like made fun of as the lame duck of the champions, whether or not like
Yeah.
we individually believe that. But what they did with Yunobo and with the Gorons was very cool. Like I really liked that. I'm like, at first I was like, wow, Yunobo's such a jerk. I'm not going to spoil it here, but it was great.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when we were in Vietnam, I did play a little bit on the handheld mode. But I didn't want to do too much of the main story stuff. And so, I was mostly just doing shrines and stuff and just seeing how it felt. But I'm glad to finally get to the story.
Yeah.
The shrines are so good too. I feel like they really stepped it up this time around with the shrines. Not that the ones in Breath of the Wild were bad. I actually liked, probably 2/3 of them, but
they just felt more streamlined. Like they took what was good about they took the shrines for Breath of the Wild and just, like I said, streamlined it. In some ways they're easier, but I don't know, it just seems to have a better flow to it. It seemed to be just additionally more enjoyable, if that makes sense. The only downside for me, and as you can tell, I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom, is that as much as I claim to be a creative person because I write books and blah blah blah, I feel so stupid. I can't make a flying machine for my life. Then I see on the internet that people are creating like all these amazing or hilarious structures. I'm like, what? How? I just feel really dumb when I see stuff like that. I'm like, I wish I could be that creative.
But you're an award-winning author, Stephanie. So
there you go.
Oh my gosh.
That's what your 1v1 says.
Yeah.
I went back through.
Thanks, Corey.
Well, you're welcome.
Anyway, but I agree with you with like holding off on some of the main storyline because I played a ton of Tears of the Kingdom on a recent business trip that I went on. I had to fly to Texas, and I was playing my Switch. I'm like, I want to watch the cutscenes, so I'm sitting down in my room with my big TV and the volume up because the story is just.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful.
How far are you in it, Corey?
I did the first 2 dungeons, and I'm slowly making my way to the 3rd dungeon, but I keep getting distracted by stuff. So like I'm like 30 hours in, but I'm like maybe I don't know. I haven't done any of the story stuff at all. I keep getting distracted.
We got to do a book club in June, and June's like tomorrow.
Okay, we have 4 weeks to get all the dungeons done. I think I'll be fine. Although next week's recording schedule, I might want to just go hide in a dumpster after next week. It's fine.
Okay.
What's your favorite Zelda? Just curious.
Mine?
Everyone's.
Twilight. Well, besides Breath of the Wild, Twilight Princess is my favorite Zelda.
Yeah, well, LeRon's a Zelda hater, but I
am not a Zelda hater.
I love Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I'm a Twilight Princess fan for sure. Twilight Princess, Wind Waker.
Yeah.
And then even Skyward Sword, I'd say.
Oh, that's where you lost me.
Stephanie calls me a hater because I dislike Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I never quite acclimated to the change that Zelda had. I'm more of a traditionalist when it comes to Zelda. So my favorite, honestly, is Link to the Past, but it's got to be the Game Boy Advance version. And then followed by that is the Minish Cap.
Hey, those are 2 very solid choices.
It's true.
You can't really go too wrong.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Even like the quote unquote worst Zelda game is still like a great video game.
What about Triforce Heroes though?
I haven't played Triforce Heroes, so I can't tell you if it's good or bad.
I actually liked Triforce Heroes.
What?
I actually liked it.
Okay.
Didn't Jess and Grayson last week say that game could die in a dumpster fire or something?
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Triforce Heroes. That was the.
That's the 3DS multiplayer one.
Wait, do you need friends for that?
Wait, no. I'm sorry.
I don't have any friends. I don't,
Not that one. Not that one. I tried to like that one. My bad. I was thinking the Four Swords Adventures.
Thank you. That makes more sense.
Look, we all have our games that we defend. I defend Metroid Prime Federation Force on the 3DS. So
No, all good. I'm kidding, but Corey, you're right. I feel like Zelda's just one of those like premium franchises that even their worst game is still pretty good.
yeah, Skyward Sword. It's what? I'm just kidding. I really like. Here's the thing. I really like the story and the characters of Skyward Sword. It's the actual like playing the game.
No, I'm
Yeah,
with you
I
on that,
get that.
Corey. I have
You
a
know,
lot of
the
respect
use-
for Skyward Sword. No, I actually didn't even mind motion controls. It was the fact that you go back to the same place like 3 times, like the tad tones kind of drove me nuts a little bit. And the imprisoned can,
Yeah.
you know where the imprisoned can go.
And I definitely think it has a lot of flaws, but I just love the story so
Mhm.
much, and I don't know. I'm definitely love story. Like,
For sure. And that
I kind
Zelda,
of wish that Zelda went more in a story direction after that.
You know what's fun? You know what's funny is the same director directed the Oracle of Ages and Seasons, Minish Cap, Skyward Sword, then Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Is the same
Huh.
Yeah,
director.
weird, right?
What a weird trajectory of
Right.
games.
Interesting.
Which I love the Oracle games too.
Yeah.
Those are the first 2D games I actually. Well, besides the first one, those are the first 2D games I finished.
Oh, cool.
My first Zelda was Link's Awakening, which is and the remake. It's a gem of a game, let me tell you. All right, who's next?
I mean, I kind of already went, right? Like, I was just Tears of the Kingdom, but I promise I'll have more games because I put in so many hours. I now need to, like, I'm almost done with all the mainline stuff. So I think I can now have time to squeeze in another game moving forward. I don't know if it's going to be. You mentioned Nintendo Power Block. I totally forgot it's coming out, I think, Friday or tomorrow. The Etrian Odyssey Chronicle things. I don't know, whatever. That, or I know it's a completely different genre, but because I watched the PlayStation showcase, I really need to play Alan Wake Remastered because I want to play that before the
Yes, you need to play that.
part 2 comes out. So that will probably be like, because I'm usually playing a Nintendo game and a PlayStation game simultaneously. So
Wait, stop. Hold on a second. Who are you and what have you done with Stephanie Klimov?
what?
Because Stephanie Klimov is a weenie.
I am a
And
weenie.
and Alan Wake is going to give you so many jump scares.
What is jump scares? No, I thought it.
It's
Yes.
a horror game.
I was told that
Yeah.
it's okay for a horror game. Like,
All you
scary.
have is a flashlight.
Yeah.
I was told it's just an author that writes stories and he something. I don't know. Like,
They're trying to trick you.
Okay.
Damn it.
Okay. So what's going on is like there's a mystery surrounding the disappearance of his wife,
Right.
and it all mirrors stuff that he's written in a previous novel.
I figured, okay, he wrote a novel. Big deal. Oh crap! Damn it. Well, I already bought the game, so
Also, it's part of the Control universe now too. So
Yes. Yeah.
well, like I said, I am trying to overcome my fear of horror games. Like, I don't think I'll be a pro at it and be totally fearless. But remember, I did beat Resident Evil 4 remake, and I know it's more actiony than horror, but you know what? It's still a step in the right direction.
Stephanie, I think we get points for beating it. I think we get points regardless.
And I beat Soma, which is also a horror game.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
If it makes you feel better, this season of Destiny is kind of horror based. So
Well, anyway, so that's really it. That was supposed to be a really short segment on my end. Who wants to go next?
me, I've been playing Zelda. No, I mean,
Oh my gosh.
I know, right? I've played some Zelda. I've also been no pun intended, diving into Destiny 2's new season, Season of the Deep, which I'm not going to get too nerdy on the lore, but Titan, the moon of Jupiter, has returned from the darkness, and you get a distress signal about 1,000 meters down in the methane oceans of Titan. And so you dive deep into there and try to figure out what's going on. time of this recording, we're 2 weeks into the story. I'm only 1 week in because they release one story mission every week for like 2 months, and then they have events going on during the season or whatnot. But it's all underwater themed. It's all like ghosts of like the dungeon this season is called Ghosts of the Deep, and it's all about like the past, and you see like ghosts. It's cool. It's really cool. Hive ghosts and old enemies return, but they're like ghostly, and oh man, it's scary. It's really scary.
It's really scary.
And the armor this season is all jellyfish themed, so it's kind of real sparkly and cool, which is
I
like
would need to look at this.
which is like the opposite of what the theme of the season is, but it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I mean, jellyfishes are ghostly.
Yeah, I mean
You
they
can see through
look
them.
they want you to look pretty before you die. Okay, that's
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
the theme of life, I guess. But yeah, it's good. I don't really have much more to say because I haven't played a whole lot, but it's good. Also, the Destiny theme or the PlayStation themed armor, I'm gonna have to buy it. Except for each armor set costs $20 a piece in real money, and I like $20 is a bit steep, but
Hey, nobody told you you have to be a
but
completionist.
it's look at the just look at the Ghost of Tsushima armor. Man.
Oh wait. Is that what it's actually called in Destiny? What's it called?
It's called what's it called? It has a theme. It's like
Let's see if it
armor.
actually comes up. Ghost of Tsushima
It's
armor.
Armor from Distant Lands is what the set is called.
How to get the Ghost of Tsushima Warlock? Woo!
Look at that. I'm just saying.
Yo!
It looks so cool.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
I have to finally install Destiny. Jeez, I only bought like the big pack like 4 months ago when it was on sale.
I'm just saying that armor is so cool looking. I almost started playing as my Warlock just so I could wear that armor all the time, but I didn't because if you play Destiny a lot, you know better. The Warlock is the class everybody likes to pick on, even though they're like the most helpful class, because they have like they can lay down this healing rift for teammates, and you can just stand in it and get a boost. It's fine.
Oh,
they don't have any real power.
That is helpful.
Yeah, they don't have any real power though. But that's it. LeRon, what are you playing?
All right, so this is gonna be a big shock, right? Because you
Monster
guys
Hunter, Dead Space, Resident Evil.
No. Actually, I'm going to be starting Resident Evil 4 probably this weekend.
The Street Fighter mobile game.
Okay, I was playing some of that, but honestly, a lot of my time got taken up by once again my Nintendo Switch because
Advance Wars?
I'm still playing Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. Like I kind of slowed down on Advance Wars 1 because like I really just want to play Advance Wars 2, but Advance Wars 1, I don't remember the game beating my ass that much back when it was on Game Boy Advance. So either I've just forgotten everything because like I love Advance Wars 2 and Dual Strike so much, or I just suck. I'm not sure what it is. But that big ass Mario drop for Game Boy Advance happened last week, and so I've been back and forth with Mario's with Yoshi's Island, with Mario 2, the best
version of Mario 2.
The best remaster of a Super Mario game ever, as well as Super Mario World. And you know what? I gotta say, Super Mario World is boring. And also, I was telling this to Andre last night on Crossroads. I was like, I see where I kind of like started falling out of love with the Super Mario series as a whole, because like when Super Mario 3 came out, like Mario games just got very complicated, So it got to a point where, like I never beat Super Mario World, and I doubt I'm going to beat it again. I doubt I'm going to beat this now that's on Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance emulator, and I did have that game on Game Boy Advance when it came out. So I doubt I'm going to beat it. But when Mario 64 came out, that like brought it back to life for me because like that was a whole new experience, and then they mucked it up by the time I got to Mario Galaxy. So now I'm back to like Mario games get so complicated, and I don't know, like there's a part of me is like, like, wow, you're very old school for saying you just like the simplicity of Mario, but at the same time, like I like challenges, but man, like I'm loving me some Mario 2.
Mario 2 is amazing. Super underrated,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, like I'm like when like when they were teasing that there was going to be a Game Boy Advance simulator, I was like, oh, whatever, sure, whatever, because like I did not want to get my heart broken because the Game Boy Advance era of Nintendo is one of my favorite eras.
It's a great console
and
or handheld.
yeah,
I guess.
it was, and like I swear, like it's just where it's at for me right now. So yeah, so once again, the PS5 back here is not being turned on because something's going on the Switch. And my PC is like, what the hell, bro? You only use me for work right now. So there's that, because like I did play one Quest of Monster Hunter, but it wasn't even on my PC. I was testing it out on a laptop that I refurbished, and it runs nicely on the laptop, even though I'm like, I was only 60 frames per second. That kind of pisses me off. But honestly, it was just a stress test to see, because like it's not even a super powerful laptop. But the laptop itself doesn't even have a graphics card. It's got an APU, which basically is a CPU that also handles the graphics side of it and everything like that. So I really hey, I host a show that talks about PlayStation, PC, and Xbox gaming. Come on, I'm going to do this. But you know what? Thank God for 20 gigs of RAM. Thank God.
Oh my, on a laptop?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's next level.
What kind of laptop is this? It's on steroids.
It's nothing special. It's just a Lenovo IdeaPad. Yeah, 15.6 inch Lenovo IdeaPad, but it's nice. It does what I need to do. And I was like, you know what? Because I was talking to somebody this morning, and I was like, you know what? Like I've been telling myself that like, the only reason why I haven't really gotten a gaming laptop is because I want a portable version of my desktop, and a portable version of my desktop computer costs about $2,900.
Wow.
when you put it in laptop form, because laptops are more expensive than just a PC you can put together for a gaming system and stuff like that. So yeah,
especially like if you're like trying to make like good end hardware be portable, and like travel friendly, that's gonna cost a lot more.
Yeah, like right now I'm not trying to get 4090 or anything in a laptop or whatnot, because you know what, like I feel like in a laptop, I feel like it's not, I don't game hardcore enough for 4090 and stuff like that, so there's that. But yeah, so I just wanted to really put this thing through the ringer. Of course, like playing it ran that battery down. Playing Monster Hunter ran that battery down, and I was like, okay, I gotta chill, because I just wanted to see who could do it. But it ran fine. Like my only complaint was I just couldn't get it. It's a 60 hertz display, so I couldn't get faster more than 60 frames per second. Yeah, so that's everything. Like a whole bunch of Mario, a whole bunch of Advance Wars, a whole bunch of Nintendo Switch, and a little bit of Monster Hunter.
There it is. Hey, you know what? I talked about Destiny. You talked about Monster Hunter. We filled our quota for the episode.
Yeah. I swear, Bungie and Capcom should just start sending us checks.
Oh my gosh, dude. LeRon, I need to know how you feel about Marathon.
Oh my. Yeah. We'll talk later.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
Okay. The best announcement of the entire showcase, by the way. All right, so we're probably only gonna hit one topic because we're already running long. But the one topic that we're gonna talk about is our favorite games with animals in them. Now, Stephanie, this was your topic, so you're going first.
You better hold it down.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just figured try to kind of be on point with our guests. And
yes, because we are known for being on point all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Please. This should come at no surprise to anyone, but it would be Stray, because it has an orange cat in it. And joking aside,
rated for Xbox.
B12, I believe, Studios, they really did nail down what it's like to be a cat. Like, you can just go and scratch furniture if you want, and you can knock things over and be a jerk. And there's a dedicated meow button, and you get an achievement after meowing a certain amount of times. I mean, come on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and you saw like kind of how the internet kind of went crazy. It's that cat game. There's just something about games where an animal is the protagonist that just seems to get people going. So Stray is kind of my heart. I did get the I Am 8-bit collector's edition. Um, so yeah, that's kind of my primary one. But I did want to give some honorable mentions to a couple of other indies, like, and this made me think of you guys, Dan and Johnson. It's To the Rescue. It's a dog shelter simulator.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, and I believe they too fundraise, right, for shelters as well. I believe.
Yeah.
So there's that. I'm trying to think. There was one more. Maybe it's getting too late in the night. Because I had 3 games. It was Stray. It was To the Rescue. Oh, Paparazzi. You take pictures
Definitely.
of doggies. I mean, come on.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah.
like Alba.
Yeah.
It's
So
Alba, but for dogs. Yeah.
Wow.
yeah. So, and soon, Corgi's Cozy Hike. But anyway, so those are kind of my mentions there. So, and I know that in the latest Indie World showcase, I think there were a lot of cat related games. I think I don't know, we're
Oh,
starting to
yeah.
see a
Really?
boom of that.
Yeah. I think in the last was it Nintendo Direct or 2 Nintendo Directs ago, there were like a lot of games with frogs in them.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah.
frogs is a huge
Last
thing.
year, Frogs was huge.
So many games with frogs as a main character. I was so like amazed.
Yeah, I wonder what's gonna be like the next trendy animal. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so
Corgis.
corgis, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You forgot the
Yeah.
most important animal game, an Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Well, is that your pick, Corey?
No, I was just pointing it out.
Oh, I do like Untitled Goose Game. I like just being an annoying duck.
Sonic the
Goose.
Hedgehog. Come on.
Does that
Yeah.
count?
It's literally in the name. Hedgehog.
Well, I know he's a hedgehog, but he's like a
I know. I'm just,
anthropomorphic one.
He's a cool kid.
Especially in the original movie version.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this counts. It's probably a terrible pick considering it's like the opposite of kind of letting animals go. But I was really obsessed with Zoo Tycoon for a while. I know it's all about keeping animals in captivity, but I was really obsessed with that game for a long time. They're fake animals, everybody. Come on.
How upset did you get whenever like an animal died on your watch?
Oh.
Animals don't die on my watch, LeRon.
Oh, shut up.
Oh shit.
There's honestly though, there's a PlayStation VR game that I've always wanted to play, but I'm not buying a PlayStation VR headset for this one game. Well, 2 now. But Moss,
Oh.
the diorama
the mouse
game with the
game?
mouse. Yeah. That game looks incredible. Those games look incredible, and
Yeah.
everybody's always said they were great. But
Yeah.
I'm not buying a $500 headset to play
Yeah.
2 games. Sorry.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
mentioned Zoo Tycoon, I don't know why it made me think like way back, but I think one of the OG games with animals in it was the Tamagotchi. I mean,
Yeah,
And-
definitely. Yeah.
speaking of animals dying, I remember when I had to go back to school after I got my Tamagotchi, and I told my dad, "You have to take care of my cat Tamagotchi and not let it die." And guess what happened? By the end of the school day, he didn't clean up all of her poop, and she got sick and died, and I was devastated.
Oh no.
See, I remember this from my childhood. You don't mess with kids.
You don't mess with kids.
Yeah.
LeRon.
All right, so I have two picks. First one, got to give it up for Okami.
Yes.
Yeah, Okami, like man, like that game. That game was great, and the original mechanic for how it played was you're using the analog sticks to actually draw the I'm gonna call them runes. I believe it was kanji or whatnot, but you draw that, and that's how Amaterasu did her thing, because she was, I forget what she was the spirit of, but yeah, like Okami was a great game. I loved everything about it, like the colors, the music, like the action, the flair, and everything. Like that one took me back, and man, like I was really upset when Capcom like let those guys go from that, like let that entire studio go, But they went on to do bigger and better things, like basically Platinum Games for the most part, and as well as
Tango Gameworks
Shinji.
too.
Yep, Tango Gameworks. Thank you. Yep. And then my second game is because I'm all about some tactical RPG games and stuff like that. Wargroove, because like you have like one of the hero characters is the royal. I can't remember if they call him the royal pup or whatnot, but his name is Caesar, and he actually commands the army, and it is so cool playing like a dog as a general.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me.
That's cute.
In Valkyria Chronicles 4, there's a dog in Valkyria
Yes.
Chronicles 4 that
Yeah.
also is what's his name? I think his name's Ragnarok. It's so fun.
I never played Valkyria Chronicles 4, even though I do own it.
So good.
I do know what you're talking about as far as like there is a playable dog.
There's a lot of female chess going on in that game, by the way. I mean, some people really are into their games. I am a person who prefers women, right? But like there's just a lot of like, bouncing and just uncomfortable thing. Yeah. Great game though. Funny story, my wife walked in on me while I was playing that game for the first time, and it was a cutscene, and it was literally the camera was panning up on this like really sexy anime lady, and they were just hanging out. She's, "What are you playing?" I'm like, it's not what you think. It's a alternate history World War II tactical.
Oh yeah, that's
alternate.
Yeah. She's like, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
She always walks in at the worst times.
Makes for a funny story though.
Bayonetta also. That was
Yo, I swear, I bet every time your wife just walked by, like she's like, "Why is she always naked?"
I don't know. She gets dressed with her hair. I don't know what to say. Okay, it's a weird game.
Can I throw in one more? I totally forgot, and I don't know how I could forget because it's one of my favorite Devolver Digital games, and I love Devolver Digital. It's Gato Roboto. It's a Metroidvania, and you play as a cat named Kiki, and your master like crash lands on a planet where you got a cry for help, like a distress signal, and you, the cat, need to go around this planet, and you're in a mech too. You can go inside a mech if you want, and you need to kind of help fix the ship and uncover the mystery behind the distress signal.
That sounds cute.
Side tangent. Isn't Devolver doing Plucky Squire? Isn't that their game?
Yes.
That game looks great.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm sorry. I'm done with my gigantic list.
Hang on, in the chat. I just linked the thing for Caesar for Wargroove. Just check him out. Just check him out.
So yeah, you guys still need to go.
LOL.
Love it.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, I don't play too many games. Even though I'm a game developer. Yeah.
Pokemon has animals, maybe.
Yeah, they do.
It's true.
Yeah. And in
Arcanine
some of the
all
games
the way.
Arcanine all the way. In some of the Pokemon games you can like pet them and like, give them treats and stuff and interact with them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I totally picked the grass cat in Violet.
Squirgagito? Is that I'm saying that right?
Sure.
I love her. I love her final form, Meowscarada.
Yes, Meowscarada.
Yeah, Meowscarada. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's been playing. Well, before PAX, I think he was playing a Gator game.
Oh yeah, little Gator game.
Yeah.
What's that?
If you haven't heard of that, you got to check that out because it's kind of like what we're doing.
It's very cute.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
You're just this little gator who's trying to convince his sister to play with him again.
Yeah,
because she
Aw.
grew up too old.
I really like the concept of the game too. It's very cute, and it's like about a character that's trying to hold on to his childhood. Meanwhile, everybody else has grown up already around you, and you're like still a little kid, and you don't understand like why don't you want to play on the playground anymore? Why don't you want to do all these fun things that we used to do? And like he's it has a very good message, and I like it. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for sharing that link there. I definitely have to check it out. I love that premise. Oh.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, this does kind of look like what you guys are doing a little bit. The style, at least the art style, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know about it until after we started either.
I
I
didn't.
also inspired by a short hike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
Well,
Yeah.
your game's going to be better than both. We're gonna put that out.
I don't know about that, but we'll try. Yeah.
It will. I have faith in you.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you.
But we're gonna wrap it up. Dan Johnson, thank you so much for joining us today
Yeah.
on the Boss Rush podcast. Will you plug your game one more time and where you can find it, because it's adorable, it's great. I did post it in our Discord. People are already commenting on it, so that's great.
Yay!
So
Aw.
yeah.
Well, yeah. So it's called a Corgi's Cozy Hike. You can go to corgiscozyhike.com and sign up to our email list. You can find us on Kickstarter, on Steam, and give us a wish list and a follow. You can also join our wholesome Discord community. Like, we're starting to build a little audience, and they're going to be the first people who get access to our demo. So if you want to play it early, that's the best place to be. But yeah, we're just trying to make something nice and, wholesome, and give people good values and help dogs in the process, And it's also going to be really fun, so.
Yeah, this is probably like one of our dream games to make. So like this is really going to support like our passion for game development as well.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. I always like having people on who are doing cool things, good things. That's something we always kind of talk about, is like, oh, we like working with good people, and so I appreciate you guys taking time to come on and talk about the game and hang out with us for 90 minutes now, I guess. So check them out.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, we put a link to like I said, we put a link to their website and their Kickstarter in the Discord. You can join the Boss Rush Network Discord to find it there, or go to their website, corgiscozyhike.com. You can find us on the internet at Boss Rush Podcast on social, or at Boss Rush Network on social media, at bossrush.net. That's our website. You can find all of our content there. Download our family of podcasts. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I want to thank everybody for watching and or listening. And until next time, we love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
The Boss Rush Podcast is a product of Boss Rush Media, LLC, and is recorded from our headquarters in Akron, Ohio. This show is produced, written, and directed by me, Corey Deering. My co-hosts are Stephanie Klimov, LeRon Dawkins, and Edward Varnell. You can find Stephanie at Klimov_author on Twitter and Instagram, as well as on the EXPcast. You can find LeRon at Exodus803 on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube, and also on Crossroads, the video game podcast. You can find Edward at ThatRetroCode on Twitter and Instagram, as well as hosting Nintendo Power Blog. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at IamCoreyInHD, and find me hosting Tower Casuals, the Destiny podcast, and co-hosting Nintendo Power Blog. Find the Boss Rush Podcast on all social media platforms at Boss Rush Podcast. You can also follow Boss Rush Media and the Boss Rush Network on all major social media platforms. Join the Boss Rush Network Discord and Facebook groups to interact with other friends and fans. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.